भारत।
I want to introduce you to a very important person who is here, Dr. LALIT K. Pawar. Dr. LALIT K. Pawar is a distinguished retired IAS officer and with extensive experience in tourism policy and governance. As Secretary, Ministry of Tourism and starting under Prime Minister Modi ji, Government of India, he strengthened the India's global tourism positioning. If people are coming in abundance and when the palace can charge us $2,000 a day, you can imagine he is responsible for that. He has also served as chairman of Rajasthan Public Service Commission and vice chancellor of Rajasthan ILD Skills University, consistently aligning education, skill development and industry needs. India is increasingly recognizing tourism as a major driver of employment, enterprise development, revenue generation. He is also the Vice Chancellor of the university and he has done much work. We would like to hear from PANWAR.
First of all, good morning. A very pleasant weather we have today. अक्सर हिंदी में कहते बड़ा बेईमान मौसम है आज, very बेईमान. So first of all, good morning to friends, especially my fellow panelists. It's indeed a privilege to be here this morning. I'll start my presentation with my tribute to the great. Go back to the slide, please. Ramji, Maneesh Media, the new logo. Can you flash, please? So Maneesh Media, founded by Janji Kumar Saab, great visionary. I knew him for almost 30 years now. We work together, and I must say, and I must compliment the brothers that in their new logo, they have kept the photograph of Janji Kumar, the founder figure, the patriarch, in their logo. So first of all, my tribute to departed noble soul Janji Kumar. He was the visionary. We really miss him. Tribute to this great man, so let us remember him. And I was just going through the profile of this company. They have done a job all over the world. Friends, without much ado, presentation which I have prepared for today's session, that how we can link, yes please, tourism, skills and jobs. I had the privilege of working with Honorable Prime Minister Modi Sahab as Secretary Tourism for 2 years, and then Vice Chancellor of SK University of Government of Rajasthan. Tourism is one sector which creates jobs where no other job is possible. I would like to learn that before I explain this slide. The hostile desert of Rajasthan. No rains. Land is very poor, sand dunes, temperature almost 40, 50, 51 degrees Celsius, and the tourists flocking in thousands to see the sand dunes and ride a camel. Go to other extreme, friends, cool desert of Ladakh, again very hostile, and yet there are no rooms available in Ladakh and all flights are full. Marshy lands of Sundarban, go to our beautiful country India. I am quoting only Indian examples. Anywhere in the world. So best part about tourism is it creates jobs where no other job is possible. That is the best part. And this sector is very, very gender sensitive. Largest number of our Matra women folk are working in tourism sector. One hotel room creates 3 jobs directly and 8 jobs indirectly. What is the need? The need is, friends, that we are youngest country in the world. Our average age of India is just 28. Compared to 50 plus of Europe. The entire world is growing, but we are a young nation. 65% of our population is less than 35. This is what we call, in our government parlance, a demographic dividend. Now, if we want to harvest the demographic dividend, my dear friends, we will have to connect the academia with the shop floor, academia with the entrepreneur, academia with the industry. Now, what is the paradox? The paradox is that entrepreneurs, leading entrepreneurs like this sitting with me and all of you, you are looking for the skilled manpower, and our graduates and postgraduates pass out, they are looking for jobs, but there is a mismatch. And I quote great Narayan Murthy sir, the founder of Infosys, says that even IITs, 30% of IITs are not directly employable. Look at the kind of, so there is a mismatch. Here is a platform. We all entrepreneurs coming from all the world, we are proud of you, sir and madam, that we should connect the two. And hats off to our Honorable Prime Minister. He has created a Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship in 2014. That time I was serving as Secretary Tourism, so we had a direct association with the Ministry of Skills. So now what is the way out? Of course, I'll go through this presentation, it's available. I don't want to burden with facts and figures, just to keep in perspective. So let's just glance through this, then I'll make certain connections. And then the National Education Policy, this has been attempted very sincerely, that there has to be a direct connect of academia with the entrepreneurs, with the business community, so that what we teach, right now I am a Chancellor of a university for 5 years, we have our Institute of Hotel Management inside our campus with 5% placement overseas. Not a single boy or a girl passes out without at least 2 appointment letters, and they too are abroad. So that is the kind of skills that we have to put. I'm just quoting one example, but there are, as our friend Sanjay was telling, now we are in the age of artificial intelligence. But one thing I'll normally say, that no amount of artificial intelligence can beat the human intelligence. Human intelligence, HI can beat the AI, and HI can use the AI, because it's like in our Indian mythology we have a case of Bhasmasur. So Bhasmasur was created by Lord Shiva, but even Lord Shiva was threatened. So he had to be incarnate of Mohini, did some dancing good, and eventually got Bhasmasur vanished. Idea is that AI as a tool is a boon, but if it allows this AI to dominate the HI, then it can lead to disaster. And there have been very strong views pro and con, but I am a very die-hard optimist. AI is here, we should use as a tool, and also ensure that all our young boys and girls passing out of our colleges and school, they are equipped with the latest technology, so that the leading entrepreneurs of world like you can give them a chance for their career, for their jobs. Normally I quote when I teach at my university, if you are not updated, you are outdated. If you are outdated, go to the garage or the bunkers. Don't need to be in the ecosystem. We have to upskill. Even at my age, in all our age, Nachiketa, in our Indian mythology there is a story of Nachiketa. We have to be an eternal learner. YFL, learning for learning. Until the very last breath, we must learn the new tools, new technology, so that we are updated and in sync with the global trends. That's my submission, and that is our effort in national education policy as a former bureaucrat, and also as a right now as a practicing academician. They are trying to connect the two. My request to you would be, have a good luck in our own country, and we are one of the incredible India all over the world. But again, our footfall, and when I go to some figures, I do that the global scenario of tourism is ranked very, very poorly, 43rd. France is number 1 for almost 100 years now. Why? We have to imbibe, and this is like a sleeping giant. Once this tourism industry, in all its ramifications, rises, nobody can be here, because the kind of variety, kind of cultural experience India provides, very few countries in the world can compete with this. But we have to still make any effort of high-tech young only the surface of the huge monoliths. So quickly, I just go through some transparency which I made for you, slides, and then we'll come back to so that there is some time also for the discussions. These are some facts and figures. Yes, this is a top, one of the fastest growing industry in the world, and this is employment, all these factors. France number 1, Spain number 2, USA number 3, China at 4, Italy at 5. These are the some figures. These are the top 10 countries. These arrival figures. Those of you who are interested, I will request the media persons, Maneesh Media, they can make available these soft copies also. This is Indian tourism snapshot. This is our 10% of GDP comes from tourism sector. 8 million jobs. Average spend is about $1,100. We have yet to promote high spender in our country. And these are our source markets, percentage wise. Largely, earlier used to be Europe, but now Americans are coming in a big way, almost 18%. And this is our Rajasthan tourist. Since I am from Rajasthan, I thought I must share some Rajasthan facts and figures. Rajasthan is now become a very, very hot wedding destination. 1,000 weddings in Udaipur in 1 year. Huge market, wedding destination. All our palaces, forts and all. Everybody would like to wed in a royal style. So that's kind of, it's really booming. Jaisalmer, all palaces, all heritage properties. This is our Rajasthan. Earlier we had 33 districts, now we have 41 districts. And the best part, when I teach tourism to my students, I say, this is the map of Rajasthan. Any of you can come, close your eyes and put your finger anywhere in Rajasthan, that's a tourist place, my guarantee. Anywhere in the, I request you sir, please come and put your hand up to close your eyes anywhere. And I'll say this is a tourist place. Will you try this? This is map of Rajasthan. Now let us see. Finger sir, yes. This is, you have to put your, this is, can you see? I'm sorry, it's very close. Churu, yes. Churu is part of Shekhawat. Beautiful Havelis and part of the Shekhawat circuit. Maljika Kamra is one of the best Havelis in the Churu. Sand dunes, music. Anywhere you go, this is Ganganagar, even Ganganagar, people say it's very agriculture, but there is no culture, only agriculture. But there is Kalibanga, very historic Harappa site in Ganganagar. This is Jaisalmer Badmer, here it goes, it is world famous bird sanctuary. The point I am making is that it's like a mithi roti, Rajasthan. For that, but even India, put anywhere within a 50-40 kilometer radius, you will find a place with what you call art, craft, culture, tourism and heritage. I have 165 Indian states merged to form this India. So that kind of variety. It's almost a museum of ethnography. That's the kind of richness that we have. But we have to harvest. That is the main challenge for all of us. These are some of the visuals just to capture the mood of Indian tourism. They are the highlights of Indian tourism. This is Jaisalmer. Look at the mathematical precision of Abaneri ki Babri. So this is our Mahal. This is Rajasthan, land of 100 islands in Banswara, corner. Look at this. Now, coming to the main thrust of today's presentation, the skill gap. Huge. I will call it a skill gulf, not a gap. Huge gap. And the biggest link of tourism scenario of our country is the lack of trained personnel for our tourism sectors. You will experience it wherever you go, you will find that people are not professionally trained. What is the difference between a driver and a chauffeur? The only thing is, a driver is a driver who drives, but chauffeur, driver with soft skills. Yes, welcome sir, properly attired, manicure, pedicure, everything, the driver is paid 10,000, a chauffeur be paid 20,000. Soft skills. Even for the hard task, we have to impart the soft skills. This is the huge skill gap This is the challenge, and friends, this is the opportunity. This is the opportunity for us. Indian skilled workers are in great demand all over the world. Vice Chancellor and Chancellor, even as member of the government policy bodies, they are flooded with requests. We want so many hundred skilled boys and girls for nursing sector, for tourism sector, for IT sector, for AI sector. Use. This is a challenge and also an opportunity. जैसे हमारे प्रधानमंत्री कहते हैं, आपदा में अवसर. This is a challenge, but this is bigger the challenge, bigger is the opportunity. That is the point. Now these are the investment opportunities, and one point which I'd like to submit is medical tourism. India is promoted in a big way, and if you compare, because you know all these facts and figures, almost 30% costs of all medical and surgical interventions and all. The thing which costs 100 rupees in America will cost you 30-40 rupees in India. So that, and with world-class facilities, we can promote medical tourism in a big way. So come, avail of the medical facilities, go back to your country, and also before we leave, maybe you can see some tourist places. This is how happy blending of opportunity. What you call is hospital and hospitality. Both the sectors can merge. These are the opportunities, and we are, of course, in the process. There is a policy formulation. Government India is very keen. Honorable Prime Minister has allocated 10,000 crores per annum for skill sector. The skill ministry's annual budget is now 10,000 crores. So this is our opportunity now. These are some of the schemes which Honorable Prime Minister has announced in the budget. Our Nirmala Sitharaman ji, National Institute of Hospitality, National Destination Digital Knowledge Grid, pilot scheme for 10,000 guides, again, the soft skills, language guides, and then 15 archaeological sites will be developed, and all those promoting of ecotourism, which is environmental friendly. These are the highlights of the project, and this is one sector which is potential is huge. Saturation is at least miles away. At least in coming 50 years, there won't be any saturation. So all of you, all our jewels of India who are here, my request would be please consider India, especially tourism and hospitality sector, combined with the skill sector as maybe one of the future verticals, where you can really help harvesting the demographic dividend for our country. This is how, what we can do, what our biggest groups are doing, and the best part is now hotel schools. You start a institute like in Taj, they have done in Aurangabad. Taj Aurangabad is managed by the students of Taj Institute of Hotel Management. That's a very good model where the boys and girls get hands-on experience of hospitality sector. So this is a win-win situation for all of us, and when tourism growth is paired with well-planned, agile skill development, the following will, what you call it, the youth gets a job, a career. And tourism is also very good as an image builder. People want only that it enjoys the image of a peaceful country, a rich country, a very hospitable country. And I can say with confidence that we Indians are the most hospitable people in the world. We are the most hospitable people in the world. Even unknown people, if you go to village or a town, will say, please welcome. You'll have to have a cup of tea. You not be knowing the name, but that is hospitality is our DNA. We are, I say normally, people are a destination. In India, even people, we are a destination. So this is wanted to share with you. Thank you so much for your patience and input. Thank you.
Dr. Panwar, what a presentation in a limited amount of time that you had. Thank you, sir. And a great applause for Dr. Panwar.
We are talking about the tourism. We are doing tourism and everything, and we are rich in food tourism also. We have rich food, traditional foods. We are known for variety of food worldwide. At the same time, we are getting a lot of exotic fruits like blueberries. We have a David here talking about the blueberries. We have enough blueberries in India coming from different countries, US and other countries. So how to make this cuisine globally rich, like a nutritious, and how to use these exotic fruits like blueberries in tourism? What are your thoughts?
Yes, yes. Thank you. What's your good name? Raj Kapoor. Okay. So, thank you, Kapoor sahab, for a very delicious question, I must say. Friends, what we call is culinary tourism, the food tourism, is by itself a very, very promising, well-established brand. So much so, at an investment of 100 crores of rupees, Government of India established what we call International Culinary Institute in Noida to promote all our regional kind of cuisine, North Indian cuisine, South Indian cuisine, Eastern cuisine, Western cuisine and all. So Indian cuisine, and I must tell you, you know what is the national dish of UK? This is chicken tikka and paneer tikka. Tikka diya na? Look at the culinary crafts and masterpieces of our Indian maestros. That you go to anywhere in the world, you will find an Indian restaurant serving, and most of our friends from other countries, they love Indian cuisine. The only thing is we have to moderate, we have to fine tune, and now even come to fusion food. Fusion food is a big hit. Now at the subject, doctor, I would like to share a very interesting anecdote. Sir were mentioning about the AI, madam also mentioned. Kapoor sahab, let me share and our very learned audience. What is artificial intelligence? It is nothing but what we call it very high degree of machine learning. The machines learn and they respond the way human will respond in by way of AI tools, that is ChatGPT, Threads, or DeepSeek or whatever. But two things: the creativity of human minds, and also one very unique USP of Indian. We Indians, we are proud Indians, is what we call is Jugaad School of Management. Now, what is Jugaad School of Management? If I were to define as an academician, what is Jugaad? And that only this is our Indian USP all over the world. Let me assure you. And that's why Indians are the best workers all over the world. They are so much in demand. Dubai is built by Indians. Let me assure you. So Kapoor sahab, in addition to our culinary excellence, God has given us such a top praise to we all Indians, especially the young students. You must listen to this. What is Jugaad? Jugaad is nothing but out-of-box thinking, not artificial intelligence, human intelligence. Out-of-box thinking for finding a creative solution to solve a problem. So Jugaad is nothing but a creative use of out-of-box techniques of your acquired knowledge as a problem-solving tool. And we excel in that. Now, coming back to the culinary subject, Kapoor sahab, I'll tell you a story of Jaisalmer. About 30 years back, there was a group of French tourists who came to Jaisalmer. And Jaisalmer 30 years back was not as advanced as it is today. And it is Indo-Pakistan border. It's very, very small, tiny town, but now of course it is thriving. So one of the group members of the foreign tourists, the French tourists, they had their birthday. So now the locals, look at the artificial intelligence vis-a-vis the human intelligence and the creativity of the locals. The local hotelier, he came to know that Mr. Kumar, some of the French tourist, Mr. John, said he came to know that he has his birthday. Now, they know that on birthday, normally our foreigner friends, they cut cake. Okay, now where to find a cake in desert? So what they did? Again, human intelligence, HI, creativity, ingenuity. What they did? Went to the kitchen, ordered the chef. So John has a birthday, we can't organize cake, we don't have. So what they did? He prepared a suji ka halwa. Okay, suji ka halwa he prepared, put it in a patila, and for 10 minutes he put in the deep freeze. Came out, reversed the patila, so the entire suji ka halwa was frozen, and when it topsy-turvy, it was like a cake. So there were many happy returns to dear John. So they came, they said, "This is desert cake." Look at the look at the creativity. They say, sir, this is desert cake and please cut. So he cut and said, please have a slice. It was not melting, it was solid and with nuts and all, very, very delicious suji ka halwa. And he said, oh my God, one of the delicious cake I ever had. And it was suji ka halwa. So the point I want to submit is that culinary excellence of our locals, special flavors of India. Portuguese came all the way to Kerala only for spices. We all know this. So let's make sure this is our USP. Apart from our speciality, whether it is Gayatri Mantra or all our the incredible spiritual legacy. Let me assure you, we are really incredible. The only thing is, the only request is, whether it is cuisine, whether it is culture, all our Indian highlights are starting with C. Cuisine, culture, crafts, creativity, all those things. Look at our carnivals, look at the citadels, the forts and palaces and all. So India is incredible, but we Indians have to provide services, provided our best foot forward, and can we be the credible Indians? If we are credible Indians, the India will definitely be incredible for all times to come. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. What a great explanation. Thank you, sir.
I am from Jaipur
Okay.
and my name is LALIT. I am Chancellor of Vivekananda Global University in Jaipur.
Okay. What do you think about this event, this Maneesh Media event?
I think this is one of the most important events where the global achievers from Indian origins and very appropriately named this event Jewels of India. They are really jewels because they started their career as a raw diamond, polished their personality, worked very hard their way up, and today they are in their respective domains the leading lights, and that's why we call them Bharat Ki Shaan, Bharat Ka Abhiman. So I must congratulate the Maneesh Media team led by Manish ji, Abhishek ji and Siddharth ji, and of course it's a tribute to the late and great Chanji Kumar, the person who founded Maneesh Media about 30 years back, and I have been associated with him from day one. He is not with us, sitting there with gods, but I'm sure he must be showering his blessing on these three of his, what you call, who's taking this brand to the new heights, Manish, Abhishek and Siddharth. And I'm sure these kinds of events, when they are showcased, public knows about them, that these are the global Indians who have made their mark and done India proud. So we feel proud to be Indians, and I wish the great success to this, what I call as spectacular, very inspiring event. Maneesh Media is in the bath.
Thank you.